Hi, I'm Christian.
And I'm Gary.
I'm Nate.
I'm Trevor.
Thank you for taking the time to watch our observation and feedback final project for Dr. Rymal's Kinesiology 410 course. All right, the first skill that we'll be demonstrating is a deadlift. We will be using an unskilled model where our athlete is unskilled in deadlifting, fully developed, but with low confidence. He will be observing an intermediate athlete who was once where he is. The skill will be performed in an open gym setting during training. Athlete will be observing the relative timing of the knee and hip joints. Observation will be passive with an emphasis on specific portions of the movement as directed by the coach. The movement will be observed in normal speed from the side, making the angle objective. Again, the observation will be made during training. The why and the outcome for this is that the athlete will be observing for skill and motor development. In terms of feedback, we will be using a feedback model where the coach is giving the feedback. The feedback will be given during training after each attempt. We will be giving prescriptive knowledge performance feedback due to the athlete being inexperienced. Due to the athlete having low self-esteem, we want our feedback to be focused on the correctness of the athlete's movement. We will be giving verbal feedback at a high frequency again due to the athlete's inexperience. We'll be giving terminal augmented feedback following each rep. Again, we'll be giving feedback for the purpose of skill development. The third concept for our first skill of the deadlift will be the characteristics of learning. The characteristics that we'll be focusing on are improvement, consistency, persistence, and adaptability. Improvement will be shown by looking at improved form with less errors through each rep. Consistency will be shown with the athlete performing multiple deadlifts with minimal errors. Persistence will be shown with the athlete taking a break over the course of a couple of days and coming back and again completing the skill with minimal errors. For adaptability, the athlete will be asked to perform the deadlift with increased load to show that they have learned the skill and can perform it in different environments. For the skill of the deadlift, we'll mainly be looking for three functions. We want to make sure that the athlete's back is flat and not rounded with a neutral spine. We'll make sure that there's a slight bend in the knees and the athlete is driving from both his hips and his legs. We'll make sure that his heels are always touching the ground so that he is driving from the heels and not from the toes.
Alright, so the speed of the lift is actually pretty good, but you need to keep your back straight. So I want you to observe Trevor and see how, focus on how he keeps his back in neutral position. So now you observe Trevor. I want you to try again, but this time keep your back straight. Alright, good, you keep your back straight. But this time I want you to keep your heels on the floor. I want you to observe Trevor and notice how he keeps his heels on the floor. So now that you observe Trevor, I want you to try again, but keep your heels on the floor. Alright, that was good. You kept your back straight and your heels on the floor, but you need to bend your knees. So I want you to observe Trevor again and focus on how he bends his knees. So now you observe Trevor, I want you to focus on keeping your knees bent. Alright, good. You keep your back straight, your heels on the floor, and your knees are bent. So go ahead and try again for me. Alright, that was good. Everything was perfect. Now we're going to try again with added weight. Alright, so for this set, I add 45 plates on each side, so go ahead and try that for me. Alright, good work today. I'll see you again in 3 days. Hey Nate, how you doing? So we're going to start you off again in the deadlift and with the same weight and see if you retain your information. Alright, pretty good. The form looks perfect.
The second skill that we will be performing is a barbell bench press. Our athlete will be fully developed, skilled in bench press, and with high confidence. The athlete will be observing another athlete who is an elite bench presser, and he will be observing his form through video. The athlete will be in a gym setting, observing a video of another athlete who is also in a gym setting. The athlete will be observing the relative timing of the shoulder and elbow joints. The athlete will be giving an active observation of the video. The movement will be observed in normal speed from an objective angle. The observation will be made in training in between bench press attempts. The athlete will be observing for the purpose of skill and motor development. The feedback. The coach will be giving the feedback. The athlete will be receiving feedback in the gym during training. We will be focusing on descriptive feedback, and we will be focusing on errors and correctness due to the athlete being experienced in bench press and with high confidence. We'll be giving verbal feedback at a low frequency due to our athlete being experienced. The athlete will benefit from both intrinsic and extrinsic feedback. We'll be giving terminal augmented feedback after each bench press attempt. We will be giving feedback again for the purpose of motor and skill development. The bench press is a low complexity, high organizational skill, and thus we will be practicing the skill in whole practice. During the bench press, we'll be looking for a few specific things from our athlete. In terms of form, we want to make sure that the athlete has no elbow flare. This means that their elbows will be below their shoulders for the duration of the attempt. We also want to make sure that the bar is coming down to the proper placement on the chest. We are aiming to come down to the nipple line, not anything above or below. We also want to make sure that the athlete is keeping 5 points of contact throughout the movement, most importantly being the butt. We want to make sure that his butt is touching the bench at all times.
Alright Nate, your elbows were too flared out that time. Come look at this video of this elite bench presser and tell me what you see.
Oh, his elbows are below his shoulders and tuck the entire motion.
Right. Alright, go ahead and try another rep, Nate. Alright, that time the bar was too high up on your chest. Come watch this video again and tell me what you see.
Oh, the bar is coming right down where his nipple line is at.
Right. Go ahead and take another rep. Alright Nate, this time your butt came off the bench when you were pressing it back up. Come take a look at this video again and tell me what you see.
His butt stays on the bench the entire time.
Yeah. Alright Nate, let's go ahead and get another rep. Alright, that time was good. Your elbows were tucked in, the bar path was where it needed to be, and your butt was on the bench. That was good.
Thank you for watching our project today.